Okay, so this particular explanation, actually going to today I'm going to explain you how to send notifications to Microsoft Team channel from Apache NiFi. There can be scenarios like you may create data flows in Apache NiFi, and you may be running lots of complex data flows, and you need to track some kind of error scenarios uh, in these data flows, and you want to send some kind of notifications to Microsoft Teams channel, more like a real-time notification, especially some kind of error scenarios. If you want to proactively get error notifications, so this will be a really helpful tutorial for you how to send real-time messages or notifications to Microsoft Team channel from Apache NiFi. Okay, so let's start. I have already created very simple data flow. So there's nothing but 3 processes I have used. So the basic idea here is there is no, when it comes to this is NiFi, I think 129. It's a kind of a little bit older versions, but I don't know recent version whether they have direct support to connect any processor to connect from Apache NiFi to Microsoft Team, but this version doesn't have such capability to send any notifications from Apache NiFi to Microsoft Teams. So the idea is the basic processor, the main processor that we want to achieve this task is using invoke HTTP. Invoke HTTP processor from Apache NiFi helps you to invoke external endpoint, API endpoint from Apache NiFi. The basic idea is I'm going to use this processor to send some data payload from Apache NiFi to Microsoft Team, and from the Microsoft Team side, so I'm going to create a workflow, and that workflow will give us a webhook endpoint, and we can use that webhook endpoint to send data from Apache NiFi to Microsoft Team. Okay, for that we need to create a Microsoft Team workflow. We'll go to Microsoft Team. So I have already a simple team and not channel that I have created. I will explain. So this is here, you can see that I'm moving my cursor here, non-prod NiFi notification team, and inside this team we have a channel NiFi prod notification channel. So this is the channel that I'm going to send notifications from Apache NiFi. So how we are going to get a webhook endpoint? So you need to create a data flow. Go to the here, you can see this $3, and you can click workflows. Okay, this little bit slow to load. I will just wait for a moment. Okay, it's almost it is loaded. Okay, there are some already created data flows, but we create a simple data flow from the scratch so that you can understand the steps. So here, go to the new flow. And there are so many inbuilt templates, so that you don't need to create this workflow from the scratch. So you can use existing template to create this workflow and get the webhook endpoint. So the idea is like I need to have a webhook endpoint from the Microsoft Team side. So I'm going to search here webhook. Okay, there are different 4 templates. The first one, post to a channel when a webhook request is received from tenant users. That means it's all users. So all messages from any users within our organization tenant. So messages will come to here. And post a request, post a channel, post a channel when a webhook request is received from specific users. So likewise, there are 4 templates, but in this case I'm going to use the first one. Post to a channel when a webhook request is received from tenant users. Click on that. So given a simple let's say NiFi error notification, something like that. Then you can click next. Okay, a little bit slow to load this. Okay, now you have to select the team, which team and which channel. I have already shown you a team and the channel, so I'm going to select that channel. It was NiFi, non-prod NiFi notification is the team, and the channel is also the same name. This is the channel that will receive notifications from Apache NiFi. Now create the flow. Okay, when you create the flow, you will get this webhook endpoint, so you can get it even later. So I'm going to select done. Now go to the home page and you can see the already created data flows. So there are NiFi. This is the NiFi error notification is the workflow that we just created around like 28 seconds ago. Click on that. So then go to the edit. We will check a little bit what this data flow says. Okay, now this is more like a flow-based programming kind of thing. This shows a flow. Actually, these are coming through Microsoft Power Automate, which is a service that we can create automated flows. So I will show you that a little bit later. Now here, this says when a team webhook request is received, send each adaptive card. Adaptive card is some kind of a way of sending some informations to the Microsoft team. So click on this, and for now I'm going to select this anyone, so it can be any options, and here the webhook URL, HTTP post URL. So you need to send a post request to this data payload. So if you click on this send each adaptive card, so you can say this says body attachment. Probably you might need to send, when you send the data payload to this particular host, it should be as a kind of this attachment type. I will show you that exactly how we send data, how we specify the data payload when we send the data into this webhook endpoint. So this is post as flowbot, post in channel, and these are the team and the channel adaptive card content, right? So altogether, this is what we have to do from Microsoft Team side. So you can think that this is a simple HTTP post URL. Why we cannot use Postman to send some message to this particular channel? Yeah, of course, that is a valid. So I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to, along with that, I'm going to save this. Okay, now you can see there is any notification in this prod non-prod notification channel. So I'm going to open the Postman. So I'm going to create. So I have already created HTTP endpoint. I'm going to duplicate this, click this and click this and duplicate. So I will say it flock or new, something like that. Okay, so this is where I'm going to change this URL to my new one. This is prod 186. I'm going to save this. So body template, I will, this is actually the exact format. I will put this content in as a comment in this video. So this is some specific data format, right? When you send data into when you to Microsoft Team using this kind of a webhook URL, so you can see that this adaptive card, right? If you go to the Microsoft Team and if you go to workflows, it says it's an adaptive card. That's type of the data payload that we want to send, right? If you go to this one, click edit, send adaptive card. This is what the data format, right? Data type that we send. So adaptive card, this is called adaptive card. Data payload type, more like it's an adaptive card. That's why this data format says adaptive. So this is the format that we want to send. So this is says type message and attachment should be as attachment. If you go to this workflow, you can see that select an output from previous step. This has been set as a body attachment, right? When the request will be received here, and you go and find the body attachment part. So that's why in the body we have to write this format. So from where this content, I will show you documentation. So for example, type says text box, text with the error notification, title and formatting. So you can format this adaptive card, and these are standard things I will show you from where we can find this content. Okay, now change the URL, everything is done. Now let's click send. So this says 401 unauthorized. Maybe this is because, let me check. This says okay, anyone, but attachment, copy the URL, this one, paste it here. Save, then send. Okay, maybe something, I don't know, maybe this has not been, because I changed this to anyone. It was specific user before, so I changed to anyone. Maybe it has taken some time to update. Now I got 202 accepted. That means I send a data payload adaptive card format in adaptive card format to this webhook point. Then this webhook endpoint is configured to a data flow. So if I go to Microsoft Team, go to chat, you can see that okay, now it's gone. Now you can say it's 1937 time. You can see that prod 9 notifications. I got this card, adaptive card here, message. For example, this error notification, I will to confirm, I will change to this message title. I'll change to me, send. Okay, I got 202, and let's go to team. Okay, here you go, new. That's how you get the message to Microsoft Team. Okay, now our idea target is not to send data from Microsoft Postman, but we want to send notification through Apache NiFi. So this is the data payload that we want to use, right? So I'm going to rename this. Okay, then if I go to, now I should be able to use the same endpoint in Apache NiFi. I'm going to copy this, go to Apache NiFi, and here generate flow file. It says what are these attributes? 10 bytes size, right? Very simple. And replace text, this is very important. So replace text, this will create some, maybe for this is a demo purposes, some data flow file, but whatever the data flow file comes through this queue, so you might need to replace it with the accepted format. What is the accepted format? This one. So you copy this and go to Apache NiFi and replace text. So if you want to send some other data, like for example, now here I'm sending simple data like text type, text block, text type informations. But if you, for example, let's say you want to send the flow file contents which come in from upstream data flow, then you need to like somehow you need to append those data into this, you send the data into this format, right? Somehow that means you can use here, you can use expression language and parameters, and you can use those to add your dynamic flow file attributes into this body content. So but finally this type should be message, and it should be attachment, content type, this is a card adaptive, and content schema, type adaptive card, that's the exact type. So you can click save and apply. Okay, now everything is ready except this one. For this one we want to get the URL, which is this one, right? If you go to workflows, you can copy the corresponding URL from the workflows. This is a little bit slow. Okay, so this is the workflow, and go to the edit, then you will see the workflow and click the first bar, and you can copy the URL and go to the Apache NiFi, and you can here you can change the HTTP method to post. HTTP URL is where you need to set the webhook endpoint. Say anything else, nothing specific. If you want, you can okay, here you need to set this application JSON, that is the format that we want to send. Data content type, only those three attributes will be enough: HTTP method, HTTP URL, and the app request content time. And you can read what are the other attributes, and you can change those as you wish. I'm going to apply this. Okay, now everything is set up from Apache NiFi side. Simple, I generate simple data flow here, and the replace text processor, I create the accepted data format here, and then in this invoke HTTP endpoint, I set three attributes: HTTP method post, HTTP URL, and content type. So now everything is set up from NiFi side, and also everything is set up from MS Team side. Let's see whether NiFi sends this notification. Okay, so I'm going to start this. Okay, I'm going to refresh, and immediately I'm going to stop because I have set this to run every 10 seconds. So otherwise this will create lots of flow files. So now I have created a flow file. So I'm not going to see the inside. If you see what it will be, let me see. Maybe empty, don't know. Yeah, some garbage characters. Anyway, So it's a just sample generated profile, but exactly what I have to do is I'm going to replace it. I'm going to start this, refresh. Okay, now it passed through this replace text process. Now we'll check the data inside. Now if you go to this, if you go to view data, here you go, formatted. Here the JSON structure data payload that I want to send. Okay, okay, now invoke HTTP endpoint. If you go to invoke HTTP endpoint, I'm going to start this, refresh. Okay, it went through. Now that message should be there. Time 1944. Go to the team. Okay, here you go, 1944. I got the message. So that's how we can send notifications from Apache NiFi to Microsoft Team. If you stop this one, maybe I forgot something here. Important, I mentioned about HTTP method, I mentioned about URL, and I didn't specifically mention other attributes, but I think this one should be set to true. Request body enable, true. Enable sending HTTP request body for yes. If you send this, then only the flow file content will be sent as the body. Okay, that's it for this tutorial. So I think this will be useful sessions for you. So I will share this. Oh, I forgot one thing to mention here, where you can find this format. This format, right? Actually, this everything comes. This features workflows, Microsoft Team workflows. These are part of Microsoft Power Automate, automated data, automated flows. For example, you can log into your Microsoft Power Automate, and same data flows you should be able to see in your Power Automated Microsoft Power Automate platform. If you see the flow, see, this is the flow that I created through Microsoft Team, and that has been there in Microsoft Power Automate platform, which help us to create automated data flows. And if you go to the documentation, this is where I found out these JSON format, right? For example, this says create adaptive cards for team. If you go to this link, learn Microsoft, I will put this URL as a comment in my video. Learn Microsoft Team adaptive Power Automate, create adaptive cards, right? So these are the standard. You can read this content and understand how exactly format your adaptive card. For example, type text box, text, ID, spacing, horizontal alignment, size, and everything, color, and everything you can set here. For example, if I change this color, let me show you that also. So go to NiFi. I'm going to stop this. I'm going to set title color to red. Should work, right? Oh, it's already there. I'm going to set red. See what will happen. Apply, refresh, start, refresh. Oh, stop, start, start, refresh, done. If you go to Microsoft Team, chat, I have a notification, maybe it's not red actually. There should be some standard, maybe red is not accepted. I think we might need to provide correct color code there. So but anyway, That is all. You can format the colors and everything here, right? So, okay, so that's it for this tutorial. Hope this will be helpful for you. Please add your comments, and if you need any question regarding this, please let me know. Thank you. Bye bye.